My wife, 3 years, possibly cheated with her boss, again. Me, 32 male, and my wife, 30 female, have been married for 3 years, together for 5 years. We live in Colombo, Sri Lanka at the moment. My wife's boss is 36, married with 2 kids. So the story starts with her cheating on me with her boss when we were having the relationship. I caught her going to a hotel room with her boss. One of my friends worked there and he took photos of them. I immediately confronted her and she denied it, saying I'm crazy. Then I showed the photos and she finally admitted to cheating. This happened when we were having the relationship for around a year. I immediately broke up with her and blocked her number, social media, etc. But after 2 weeks, she came to see me and was begging to start our relationship. She said it was a mistake, she wasn't thinking straight, and she was stressed with her work and said everyone deserves a second chance. So I was dumb enough to give her a second chance and started the relationship again. But I set up some rules like checking her phone whenever I want, keeping an eye on her, and asked to stop all chatting and calls with her boss unless it is work related. She agreed and everything went well. We got married in 2019 and everything was so perfect until last December. Last year, December, my wife got a promotion at work and she said she wants to give her boss a dinner treat for that. We argued a lot about this and she blamed me for my insecurity and she said that I should trust her because I didn't see any suspicious activity so far after the first time of cheating back in 2018. So she organized the dinner in one of the most luxury hotels here. Mostly people go there for romantic dinners, to propose, etc. And it was a candlelit dinner, and I said I'm not feeling comfortable with that. She again blamed me, I'm full of insecurity, and promised me nothing will happen. She took a day off from work on that dinner treat day and went to the salon in the afternoon to do her eyebrows and facial. She usually does this before a wedding or any special party, so at this point I felt something was going on. And she selected a more open and revealing dress, but I didn't too much argue about that because she already blamed several times, saying I'm insecure. She went to the dinner and I asked to get back by 10 p.m. She wasn't home by 10 p.m., so I decided to call her and she did not answer her phone. I called her several times and she didn't answer the phone. She returned back at 2 a.m. I was so mad and asked why she didn't answer the phone, what took so long, etc. in a very angry way. She very calmly said, "Don't freak out. We went for a walk after dinner and just had a friendly talk." I didn't believe it for a second, but couldn't do anything about it either. So I just slid it past. This year, January, my wife said she has to go to the Maldives with her boss for a business meeting with a potential client and said she has to stay there for 5 days. I went crazy as soon as I heard this and we started fighting. She started to blame me again, saying I'm full of insecurity and I'm crazy and I don't have a proper social life. I've been working from home since the pandemic started. She went to the business trip and everything felt okay for the first 3 days. At least I felt okay, not sure about what happened there. But after the day 3, I didn't get any calls from her or couldn't call her. It said that she's out of the coverage area. At this point, I lost all faith in my wife and knew something was probably going on. After she returned, I asked what happened after day 3, and she said that the client had a private resort in a separate island, and he invited them there, and said there's no reception on that island. I asked more details about this resort and island, and she said she doesn't remember anything because the client organized everything and they just got on a boat and went there. Sorry for all the long paragraphs. I just want to give the full context here. My mind is seriously effed up right now because my gut's saying something is going on, but I don't have any solid evidence. Any tips, ideas, or suggestions are highly appreciated. Thank you. Edit. Thank you guys for all of the tips and suggestions. So I decided to go for the divorce and left home for 4 days to spend some time alone in a beach resort I always go to. Wrote a letter to her and left it in the home asking for divorce and just some stuff about her boss and her. I gave her 4 days to pack her stuff and go find a new place for her. And when I'm back, I'll start by meeting a lawyer. She called me like 10 times now and I didn't answer at first, but I finally decided to talk to her because she kept calling me. I will do a detailed post soon. Thanks a lot again. I think you were definitely right, OP, and you have every right to feel sick to your stomach. Although I'm not surprised she went back to him. They often do. She has no respect for you or herself. I feel like if she respected you at all, she could have quit her job and not had anything to do with that boss of hers. She saw him almost every day. That sort of attraction and temptation doesn't just go away. She was definitely playing a game here. And then to blame you and say it's all your insecurities? Yeah, right. I feel like there could have been something going on the whole time. Maybe that's why she got the promotion. Update. Finally decided to go for divorce. My wife for 3 years cheated with her boss. So the day before yesterday, I took 1 week off from work and booked a hotel for 4 days and left home with a letter to her. In the letter, I said I know that you are screwing your boss again, and I know everything happened at the dinner and the 5 days business trip. Actually, I don't. And some stuff, and that I have decided to go for divorce. Also, I gave her 4 days to pack her stuff up and go find a new place for her. I switched off the phone and left the home because I didn't want her to bother me with her endless calls while driving. I went to the hotel, checked in, and switched on my phone, and bang, 13 missed calls, and messages were flooding. I just scrolled the messages, had a look, and didn't reply. She called me sometime after. I answered and she was crying, saying sorry for what she did and told me we can still fix this. I'm tired after a long drive and not in the mood to talk, so I asked her to call tomorrow and hang up the phone. She asked for the hotel I'm at so she can come and talk to me in person, but I said I don't want to see you. She called me again yesterday, and we talked for like 2 hours. I asked her, "Do you admit to cheating with your boss?" And her answer was, "I can explain everything. Please let me see you and explain everything." And I asked, "Did you screw your boss on that dinner date?" And again, her answer was the same. This went on for several other questions I asked, and I got mad and yelled at her, "Come on, for once, at least be honest and answer my freaking questions." Then she said it all happened last December. She wanted to get the promotion, so she had a deal with her boss. She gets the promotion and her boss gets to screw her once, and she promised nothing happened from 2018 up until last December. They both took a day off last December before the dinner date and screwed the whole day. She also said that they decided to end it and not mess up after, but accidentally had sex on the dinner date as well. And the BS business trip was just for 2 days. They have extended it by 3 days to spend some time together. And she said that she's ready to sacrifice anything to save our marriage and will go no contact with her boss and quit her job. She said she doesn't love him or anything, she just wanted to have some fun and that's all. And said that she was planning to have kids this year, and so she won't be able to have fun again like that. So decided to play a little before that, etc. And she said that if I'm mad about her Maldives trip with her boss and to fix everything, let's go to the Maldives next week. It's really close to here and just a 2-hour cheap flight. I immediately said no, because I know if I go on this trip with her, I would probably change the decision. She said several times that she is ready to do whatever it takes to save our marriage. So I'm pretty solid with my decision to divorce her, but still a part of my heart loves her. I know you guys get probably mad at me for that. Last time, called me a cuckold, lesbian, doormat guy, etc., but I really effing loved her a lot. It's not easy to wipe out the feelings and love I had for her in all these years. And a big thanks to all the guys who commented and helped me. Accidentally had sex on a dinner date? I'm sorry, how does someone's penis accidentally end up in someone else's vagina? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Funny how she's willing to sacrifice her job but wasn't willing to do that before. What an absolute buffoon. She's totally delusional. Leave her. She's just doing it again and she can't be trusted. She's so clearly shown her true colors and what she's capable of. She doesn't care about anyone but herself. Update. Hi guys. I wasn't actually planning to write another update and it's like 4 months past from my original post, so most of the guys won't even remember my story. But a lot of fellow Redditors messaged me and asked for an update, so here I am. So in brief, my wife of 3 years cheated with her boss multiple times before our marriage and even now from last December. She is pregnant now and she says she is 50% sure it's mine, or else it could be from her boss. I asked her to do a DNA test and she refused initially, saying it's not necessary. But I said I'm going for a divorce and she finally agreed for a DNA test once the baby is born. She still refuses a pre-birth DNA test, saying she doesn't want to get stressed and it's bad for the baby. We're still living together and I will wait until the baby is born and do a DNA test. If it's mine, then the situation will get more complex and I have to think more and decide what's best for me. Whether to continue the marriage with her and start a family or to divorce and co-parent my child. If it's not mine, then I'm definitely going to divorce her. Thanks for all the support and suggestions, and some Redditors were so kind even to message me and ask how I'm doing and give their advice. Thanks a lot, everyone. Guaranteed that baby isn't yours and she's just using you and that idea to keep you around and manipulate you longer. If it is yours, just because it's yours doesn't mean you have to stay with her. That's not starting a family. That's staying in a prison. You'd be trapped in a marriage that would just be so full of shame for staying. Respect yourself enough to leave. You need to be the best version of you for this kid, if it is even yours. What do you think OP should do? Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. We'd hate for you to miss out. If you want to listen to more stories from me, check out our lounge where I feature a larger variety of non-cheating related stories. See you there.